Oh, Patrice Gaines, it's so great to see you.
Oh, it's always good to see you.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for joining me on the Biscuit Blitz for 5 minutes of time with Patrice. And before I start the clock, just tell everyone who you are, how long you've lived in Charlotte, and kind of quickly what you do, if that's possible, to recap
Okay,
what you do.
sure. I'm Patrice Gaines. I'm a writer. I do some teaching also. And I'm an author of a memoir called Laughing in the Dark and another book that's called Moments of Grace. And I've been here in the area 16 years this time. I lived here before in the 70s for about 9 years. Said I'd never come back, but
Oh, great. Awesome. Well, I'm going to start the clock and we'll
all
dive
right.
in. So, yeah, among many other things, you are a writer. And you just mentioned a couple of the books that you've written, Laughing in the Dark, Moments of Grace. Has writing played a role in you staying creative and perhaps even sane during this crisis? What is the role of writing for you during this pandemic?
Oh, absolutely. It saved my life anyway when I was growing up. But yeah, it's given me a way to express my frustrations. But also, I've got a couple of writing projects that have just kept me busy. I'm doing some freelancing because I did have a life of journalism before writing books, and so I'm doing some freelancing, and that helps because I'm able to kind of just focus on other people's lives than other issues. Yeah.
Yeah, totally, totally. Well, that's wonderful. And I always think fondly back on when you came and you spoke to Creative Mornings. You were our second ever speaker at Creative Mornings Charlotte in, I think it was December of 2015. And you spoke on this theme of time. Not just that you had done time in jail, but that you had also wrestled with time as a journalist working under deadlines. And, you had so many cool ways into that conversation, into that topic. Tell me about your thoughts on time today. I mean, we're all trapped in this holding pattern. Time is really blurry for me right
Oh my goodness, I've thought
now.
about, yeah.
So, talk
I
to me
have
about
even
this.
I thought about that speaking to you guys about time because the way time seems to be so compressed and slowed down in a way now. And I've always been a person who meditates, well, for years and years and years. And to me, this seems like one long meditation. But it, which is good, but also a lot of that inward stuff after a while, I find I get lost. And
Hmm.
so I do have to come back. But I've also thought about time again as an older person and thinking to myself, there's things I want to do. Come on, world, let's get with it. There's stuff I want to do. And I've had to say to myself, well, then which of those things can I do just here, sitting
Mhm.
here doing so. Yeah,
Yeah.
but definitely been kind of wrestling with that time issue.
Oh, I'm sure. And I know you as a creative person, you're always wanting to create. I mean, whether it's the work as a speaker, as a writer, as a teacher, as a coach, as a social justice advocate, you run nonprofits. I mean, you've done so much. Do you find yourself wanting to do more, or are you in this time, or wanting to slow down and become more meditative and introspective?
Well, I think that slowing down has showed me that there's a real place for it, and that maybe I needed to do it at times when I wasn't doing it.
Mm.
I was listening to a friend of mine who was doing a virtual talk, and she was talking about yoga, but she was also talking about, she's a therapist, so she was talking about how some people race about doing things, and what they're doing is they're doing good, but they're doing good to really hide because of something else. And I
Sure.
started thinking about all my doing good things that I've been doing, and I realized that part of that was my fear of not finishing, like this next book,
Mm.
just some projects that really take time. But I thought, oh, but I'm doing good. So I've been kind of reflecting on that recently. And while I do feel that there'll be new things I want to do, I really want to get back to focusing on the art.
Beautiful. Well, tell us a little bit about the reprieve. I know this is a new idea, and whatever you feel ready to discuss or share right now, I'd love to hear more about the reprieve.
Yeah, it's kind of born out of this reflection time. So I started thinking about one thing I thought about. I went to my eye doctor and I didn't see any old people anymore. All the old people that used to work there were gone, and I thought, oh my God, is this how it's going to be? You know, my people are gone. And so I thought about the reprieve is it's going to be a little short show, 15 minutes at the most. One of the features will be what I call the Council of Sisters. It's these older women my age, who I've been meeting with for 10 years. We're a group, and they're pretty funny to just kind of show you, you know, there is a place for older people in this world, some elders. But the reprieve will just be a mishmash of arts of different types. I want to use your spoken word person that was on Creative Mornings last time. So I want dogs. They know nothing about.
Exactly.
They don't know about virtual. You know.
No, they don't. No, they
anything.
don't.
Yeah, but I wanted to be a little reprieve from some of the things going on also in this world now. But to say also that a reprieve can last a long time.
Yeah.
So it's going to be light and fun.
Well, I cannot wait to hear more about it and chat with you more about it. And so we will stay tuned. Thank you so much, Patrice, for spending 5 minutes with me on the Biscuit Blitz. Any excuse to spend some time with you, I will be all over it. So thank you so much.
I feel the same. All right.